Hello. Welcome to the KetoMom page. My name is Stephanie, and we're going to talk about a lot of different things today. Well, I've got 3 things rolling around in my mind that I want to ask you. But as you're tuning in, tell me where you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in from Minnesota. We are about 6 days, 5 days. We're leaving in 5 days. We're leaving for Florida in 5 days. And so we have a lot of stuff going on in our home. So tell me this, where are you tuning in from? And I need you to share something you're thankful for. I was laying in bed last night before I fell asleep, and I thought, man, we need to start every single KetoMom live with gratitude. That's how you should start your day. That's how you should go throughout your day. I get asked all the time, hey, how do I control my mindset? How do I stay motivated? How do you stay inspired? How do you feel like you own your day? How do you, right? And I was just laying in bed last night, and then even this morning, I got up and I said, the first thing I'm going to think about is something I'm thankful for. So I'm looking out my window, and I'm thankful for where we currently live. I'm thankful for this house. And it's interesting, I shared something yesterday on a live that I actually thought was pretty powerful. So I'm a part of something called The Arena, and I'm learning from who I think is probably one of the most brilliant men in the world besides my husband. He's very wise. I kind of think of him like a grandpa. Well, I probably shouldn't say that, but he's older, right? Do you think that's rude? A mentor. We'll say mentor. But he is a grandpa. Anyways, what? My husband's on the other side. So yesterday I did a live, and we talked about failure. We talked about lots of different things. We talked about lots of things. But I got up this morning, and I was being thankful, and I believe that gratitude is one of the most powerful things that can shift your day, shift your mindset. I had somebody say, how do I stay motivated? So there's some questions I have for you that I need you to play full out. But it's interesting because one of the things I shared yesterday was, hey, you fall into negativity. You have to pursue and move into positivity. You have to move into gratitude. It's a choice. So even this morning, I was looking outside my window and I'm saying things I'm thankful for. And then I fell into negativity. My mind went down this rabbit hole of, I have to go to the eye doctor. I hate the eye doctor. And I just was irritated that I have to go to the eye doctor. And I was sitting there and I was like, stop it. Like, you guys, I talk to myself. My mind talks to itself. Because if you understand that your thoughts become things, your mind directs your path throughout that day. And oftentimes you hear people say don't talk to yourself. That's weird. Guess what? That's a lie. You need to 100%, the way that you stay inspired, the way that you stay motivated, the way that you move your life in the direction that you want it to go is you've got to learn how to go, no, that's negative. And you've got to choose to go into the positive direction. You've got to choose your thoughts. So I was for 5 seconds going, I hate going to the eye doctor. I don't want to go to the eye doctor. How can I get out of going to the eye doctor? And then I was like, oh my goodness, there's so much we have to pack. And I went down because I fell into negativity of what I have to do, right? Then from that negative thought, I was looking around the house and I was like, this is a mess. This is a mess. And it just spirals out of control. How do you take that back? How do you control it? You have to talk to yourself. So for a second, I was like this, Stephanie, stop it. You don't have to go to the eye doctor. You guys, all of this is going on in my head. I was like, you get to. You should be thankful you have the money to go to the eye doctor to pay for the contacts that you need to be able to see, right? And I'm coaching myself. I should be thankful that this eye doctor actually had no open slots for me to go to until November. And I said, hey, I'm moving. And he said, I need you to come in. I want to make sure your eyes are fine. He cared enough to go, listen, I don't care. Just come in on Tuesday and we'll look at your eyes. I should be thankful for that, right? But it's a choice. It's a choice for me to direct my thoughts and my attitude. So a question I get asked often, and I want to ask this to you because you have to be able to speak to yourself or to take those thoughts captive or to coach yourself in the areas when one negative thought, you fall into it, slips into like an entire day of negativity. So here's a thought for you, or here's a question for you today. And it's, how are you going to consistently remind yourself of your purpose, your aspirations, your thoughts, the things that you truly want to go after instead of diving into a negative, like, I have to? What are some things that you can do every single day to remind yourself of the things you're thankful for? The things you're excited about in life. For me, I use my phone and my alarm clock all day long, not just to remind me to do things, but like if you're like, man, well, I'll have people say, how do you drink? This is a silly one, but how do I make sure I get my water intake in? I'm like, set an alarm clock for every hour, every 45 minutes that says, drink your water. But you could do the same thing if you find yourself really working on, listen, I really need to work on my mindset. I really need to be a more positive person. I really need to see life as a I get to instead of I have to. Hey, how do I stay motivated? How do I stay inspired? What if you set an alarm clock in your phone, and your phone either vibrated or it went off in a really annoying sound, because I keep telling myself I should change my sound, but I don't because it really annoys me. Maybe I'll do it when I'm done with this live. But that said things like, hey, be thankful. Hey, what's one thing you're thankful for? If the alarm went off and then you read it and you're like, oh yeah, I'm thankful for technology. Hey, send somebody an encouraging message, because if you've never heard this before, what you get. So sometimes I was just reading this book and I already turned the page, so I know I won't be able to, well, I might be able to find it. I'm reading this book right now, and she said, if you want something, the best way to get it is to give it. If you want to feel encouraged, go encourage somebody. If you want to feel inspired, go inspire somebody else, or go listen to something that somebody's already done. If you need finances, go sow a seed into somebody else. Go buy somebody's lunch. So I thought that was super powerful. If you want something, the best way to get it is to give it. She also says, when you give an honest compliment, you change the world in that moment. That was my reading for today. So I would just say this, and we can brainstorm together, right? So for me, if I wanted a reminder of things that I'm called to, something that's going to inspire me, not forgetting my purpose, if I want a reminder throughout the day of the things that I truly need to be focused on, I would set an alarm clock. I also like Post-it notes, right? So if you're in your car a lot, what if you wrote some things on a Post-it note that inspire you and you put them on your dashboard? Or what if your phone, before you unlock it or whatever, your screensaver was something that motivated you, something that inspired you, your favorite quote? What if you put some stickers on your mirror so that you're reminded throughout the day of the things that you're pursuing, the things that inspire you, the things that change your mindset to look positive instead of negative? So if you have something that you do throughout the day that helps you stay in that forward-focused momentum of a positive attitude, if you have something that you do every day, I would love for you to share below. I would love to know what that is. Now, so that was one thought this morning as I was like talking to myself and saying I get to go to the eye doctor, and I'm so thankful for it, coaching myself. I also couldn't help but think about what I talked about yesterday. And for some of you, maybe you didn't watch yesterday afternoon's live, but I'm telling you, I have been thinking about these two phrases for the last 24 hours. I think they're so, so powerful. And I believe that most of the time people don't try things because they're afraid to fail, right? They're just afraid. Are you afraid of not succeeding in the gym, so maybe you don't get a gym membership? Are you afraid that you actually won't lose the weight, so you're not going to do the diet because I've tried all the things and it doesn't work? Or whatever it is. So So the question that I was reading through was, are you embracing failures as learning experiences, or do they deter you from moving forward? What deters you from moving forward in the things that you're truly wanting to accomplish? Most of the time it's failure. And so as our family has been navigating this move, and if you've already heard me say this, maybe you need to hear me say it again, because these two things I wrote down I thought were so powerful. And if you're working on trying to make a decision in life, if you're working on, maybe you're like, should I drink the ketones? Should I not? Maybe you watch me and you're like, Stephanie talks about these ketones. Or maybe you're like, should I take the job or should I not? Hey, should I go? Like, for example, I was asking my husband this morning, we have the opportunity to go to an event in California that's a little inconvenient, right? It's a little inconvenient. And I sat here this morning and I was like, oh, babe, why are we not going to that event again? Why did we say no to this opportunity that I think could be super great? Why do you say no to things? Are you afraid? Is it inconvenient? Do you feel like something else might come along that might be better, so then all of a sudden you do nothing? And these two questions were posed to me yesterday, or thoughts. And the thought was this: if you fail, I'm sorry, let me write, my handwriting is very great. Okay. If you fail, will you be happy that you tried? So that's number one. In whatever you're working towards, in whatever is on your heart right now, if you failed, would you be happy that you tried? And number two is, if you failed, would it be worth the risk? And whatever it is for you, right? I jokingly yesterday was like, hey, you should join me as a promoter. If you're loving ketones and you want to know more about what I do, you want to be on my team, you want to inspire other people, be a promoter. If that has been your thought, and you're like, maybe I'll join Stephanie someday. If you failed, would you be happy that you tried? If you failed, whatever failure means to you, is it worth the risk? Maybe you're saying that about a job or a relationship or a big move. For us, after I heard that, because I have been going back and forth, and my mind has been running all of the scenarios that could happen and the what ifs and what if we made a poor choice, my soul is at peace, right? You have to figure out what your mind is saying versus how you're feeling. Feelings aren't always facts. So there's an inner peace that I have. I believe I have peace on certain things because I have a relationship with God. I have the Holy Spirit inside of me. So sometimes our mind will tell us something, but you might have peace about something, or vice versa. Sometimes you're trying to talk yourself into something, but you do not have peace. And it's a process of working that out. But when those two thoughts were posed to me yesterday, I was like this, oh my goodness, easy answer. Yes, easy answer. If we fail, will we be happy that we tried? Yes. If we fail, is it worth the risk? Yes. So we know, our family knows the direction that we're going. And failure to me can mean lots of different things. It might mean that we don't like it. It might mean like, oh, you know what? We tried it. It wasn't what we thought. Is it a failure? I don't believe so. For example, if somebody joined, let's say you started a business, and let's say, would a failure be you had 0 sales? Would a failure be you didn't accomplish the goal you wanted to in the time frame? Like, what does failure actually mean, right? We have people that are like, well, what happens if you don't like it? And I say, I'll move back to Minnesota, right? So I have peace about it here. My mind will go down a negative route, and I have to tell my mind to stop it. And I have to go, this is the route we've decided. This is the place we're going. This is where we're moving towards. Then I have to turn some gratitude on. I'm thankful for an incredible husband that has vision. I'm thankful for kids that are excited. I'm thankful for the church that, like, my husband has he would say his number one mentor is the pastor of the church that we're moving to. So as we question things back and forth, I'm like, hey, you 100% believe and follow this man and his mentorship? And he said, yes. And I said, perfect. That's where we're going. That's what we're excited about. So in all of that, I'm constantly talking to myself. I'm listening to my thoughts, and I'm telling myself what to think. I'm catching the negative and turning it into a positive. I'm saying I don't have to, I get to. And that's how you stay inspired and motivated. You've got to tell yourself. It's a choice. I could choose to be negative and crabby today because I have to, which I don't have to. I actually get to go to the eye doctor. Or I can go, you know what? I'm thankful. I'm thankful I get to do this. I'm thankful for the contacts. I'm thankful for an eye doctor that squeezed me in even though he was packed until November. I'm thankful. What are you thankful for today? What is something you've been being crabby about that you need to talk yourself into going, oh, nope. Because it's a conversation back and forth between you and yourself. It's you. Choices every single day that you get to make. So, all right. I hope that gave you something to think about, something to ponder on. I hope we shifted your mindset from negative to positive if you were in a negative downward spiral of crabbiness on this wonderful Tuesday. Because guess what? You're alive. You're breathing. Like you have, if there's only one thing to be thankful for right now, you're watching me. Not that you're watching me, but you have a phone. Like you've got a lot of things to be thankful for in your life. So, all right. At any point in time, you can reach out to me. You can ask questions. You can ask questions below. You can send me a message. You can go to KetoMomSecrets.com, click on recipes, click on book club, click on how to get started, grab some trial pack of ketones. We're about to pack these up for the day. If you've never tried them and you've always thought you wanted to try them, we should chat. What's the worst that can happen? First of all, you're going to feel great. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing. Because I'm going to help you. Actually, really quick, and I shared this yesterday morning, we have a call tonight, and it's going to be a live. You don't have to hop on a Zoom. I can send you the link. I'm going to be along with a couple other teammates, so we're going to be interviewing a doctor. Her name is Dr. Andy, and she's going to talk about what are ketones, how they work, a lot of different questions we're going to ask her. If you want to be on that live, just post live in the comments, and I'll send it to you. And then we'll have some fun options with trial packs and just getting started. That's what I want to share with you. So if you want to be on the live, post live down below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye, everybody. Sorry. Oh, good job. Question. 8 o'clock. I just caught it before I shut off. It's 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. I'll send you the live if you want it. And guess what? Even if you can't watch it live, it'll be recorded, and you can come on when it works for you, and you can press play and you can watch it. So, all right, you guys have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.